God is not pleased with the men of the churches we have today. You can be a huge church, but is God pleased with you? See what the Bible, Paul is saying? But with the men of them, God was not well pleased, for they were overthrown. Why were they overthrown? Next verse. Why were they overthrown in the wilderness? See what they did. Now, these things were our example, to the intent we should not lust after evil things, as the things that made these people overthrown. Things that will make you be overthrown as a church, as a Christian. Number one, lust. Lust. They lusted after things. Do you know why many people are leaving church? They are so busy after things. After things. Having things is not bad, but things having you is the problem. Did you hear what I say? Having things is not a sin, but things having you is a serious sin. And soon you shall be overthrown by the very things you are looking for. What destroyed the church of Moses in the wilderness? Number one, they lusted after evil things to do them. Number two, next verse. Lust made them overthrown. Neither be idolaters. Number two, idolaters. Idolaters. Idolatry. Do you know that idolatry has entered the church? How many know that idolatry has entered the church? There's so much idolatry in the church. There are so many idols people are worshiping today in the church. So many idols. Idolatry. Idolatry. Oh my God. Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them. As it is written, the people sat down to eat and to drink, and rose up to play. That is what has now taken over the church in Kenya. A church full of pleasure. Let us sit, eat, and drink and dance. My goodness. That is what they did in those days. In the days of Moses. And what does the Bible say? Next verse. Now this is Paul teaching us. Hallelujah. Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them did. If there's a church full of fornication, is this church in Kenya? A lot of fornication. And they come and dance and do so many things. My friend, that sin will overthrow you from your inheritance. When you do these things, you are overthrowing yourself from your inheritance. You are exposing yourself to the enemy. Oh my goodness. And some of them committed and fell in one day 23,000. Can you imagine? Barring 23,000 men and women in a day. Kenya, hear this. Can you imagine barring 23,000 people in one day? Oh my goodness. Because of lust, because of idolatry, because of fornication. Oh my goodness. Many are dying prematurely because of lust, lusting after things. Hey, fornication is so rampant in the church today. If you speak about it, you have no church, because that is what is being promoted in the name of religion. Hallelujah. And in one day 23,000 were buried. Move on. Next verse. Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted, and were destroyed by serpents. Serpents are there. Jesus said, I give you power and authority over serpents and scorpions. So when you commit these sins, you remove your authority and power over serpents and scorpions. Oh my goodness. And because the devil has brought a religious system that has a form of godliness, but denying righteousness, denying the power of God. Oh God, many are caught up in this thing. Many are caught up in this thing. And they are dancing, they are eating, they are playing with the fire. Where? Hallelujah. Now, neither murmur ye, as some of them murmured. Another problem in the church, murmuring. Murmuring, complaining, as it was in the church of Moses. So murmuring and complaining, and they were destroyed of the destroyer. These are the things that are destroying the church. Idolatry, fornication, lusting after things, murmuring, complaining, speaking evil against the things of God, things they don't understand. Lastly, hallelujah, my goodness. Now, all these things happened unto them for our example, and they were written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world shall come. Stand on your feet. Stand on your feet, I pray.